Greetings, family. Come on in. I am sorry I'm late. I've been trying to get this Facebook stream to work via my Zoom, and alas, it is not. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. But I am here. I am present. I am ready to go and share this energy with you. Greetings, Sam Reds. Greetings, Ches Bella. My humble apologies for the delay. I have been trying to get my Facebook stream to work, and it's not working. It's not happening. So we're just going to go with the energy right now. Welcome to you all. We're going to wait a few moments to let everybody come in. Please let me know how you're doing, where you're coming from, where you're tuning in from, how you're spending your eclipse full moon night, other than spending it with me. Thank you so very much. Welcome. We're just going to give a few more moments and let some people come into the room while you can enjoy the sounds of Janine. Hasn't the weather been amazing? If you're in the UK, we have been enjoying some amazing weather. Greetings, Shez, Bella and Sam. Where are you joining us from this night? I'm very, very thankful to have you here. Thankful to have you here. Greetings to Yan Yan and greetings to Sim Say Smile. Welcome everyone for this full moon eclipse gathering. Thank you for the heart. Sorry for the delay. I have been trying again this week to get my Facebook to stream from my Zoom, and it is not happening. So we are just going to go with the energy. I am here, you are here. So let's just enjoy these upful vibrations. Welcoming you all. Just going to wait for a few more people to come into the room. Please send me a wave and some hearts and let me know where it is you are calling in from. Well, not calling in from. Where are you joining me from? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. You know I love a heart. The heart just gives me life. So welcome. Welcome to Honeybee Great. We are thankful to have you here. Thank you for joining us for this full moon gathering. Where are you joining us from? Please let us know. Please let us know as well what you're doing other than joining in right now. Are you at home watching? Have you got friends? Are you with family, with sisters? Are you on your phone? Are you in the car? Let us know where you are and where you're joining us from. I'm really thankful to have you all here with us today. Hope you can feel my energy. I'm definitely pumped to share with you tonight. Greetings. Sim Say Smile says, hey from the UK. Hey girl. Nice to see you. Nice to be with you. Nice to connect with you in this space. Ashe. Greetings. Honeybee says she's coming from Leicester. Hey, Leicester in the house. Greetings to you. Welcome. I love that. And I love your hearts as well. Thanking you. Watching with a friend. Well, welcome to your friend as well. Sim says, Smile, welcome to your friend as well. It's always nice to share these energies with friends and like-minded beings. So welcome to you all. I am definitely pumped and full of energy, ready to serve you today. We are listening to the sounds of Janine in the spirit. I thought it was very apt. And I have my candle. Yes, the candle is going, and we have our water, crystals, candles, everything is ready to go. Honeybee Great says, you're glowing, sis. Thank you so much, sis. I am stepping into my power and just, hoping to bring some of that energy and give that all to each and every one of you that joins on this live today, because this is the time for us to step into our greatness. And so I want to share some information about this beautiful Capricorn moon energy we got going on. We have been going through it for the past month, and now hopefully we will find some reprieve and some release. Thank you to Shalky. Welcome. And Ches Bella is calling in from London. Yes, girl, I am in London too. Thank you all for the amazing hearts. You know I love the hearts. So we'll just wait till this song finishes and then we will get started. Great. Yes, thank you for the love, Shalky. Welcome. I know you are a new friend, so thank you for joining us today. All right. So I think we're going to get cracking. We're going to get started. Shez Bella says she's trying to break out of her chrysalis. Well, that is very, very apt for the time that we are in right now. I am calling it the chrysalis stage because many of us are going through, that process of rebuilding who it is that we are. We're having to really get deep with who it is that we are and go within and do the soul work that's necessary. So it's definitely chrysalis time. And yes, I just want to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for all joining me on this live today, on this full moon eclipse. Oh my God, full moon eclipse in Capricorn. And I'm also going to talk about the Egyptian equivalent, which is Khnum, who is the deity that deals with creation. But it is a very, very energy-filled day, and I want to welcome each and every single one of you. Thank you for choosing to share your energy in this space with me, and I am just here ready to serve. I hope you can feel my energy because I'm just ready to give it to you. And it feels so good to be in this vibration and in this space because Shez Bella said it very well. She's trying to break out of her chrysalis, and I definitely have been in a chrysalis. There is a quote by Maya Angelou which speaks of along the words of basically saying that we delight in the beauty of the butterfly but never really take into consideration what how much darkness it has to go through in order for it to have its rebirth, and to get to that beauty. So we have been going through that, and the movements in the heavens, so to speak, have been providing us with the right environments and energies so that we can do the deep soul work that we need to do. And so I'm going to be sharing some information about that. Today, I'll be doing some readings for the signs, and I'll also be doing some readings for you personally and individually if you are here at the end and if time allows. But I want to welcome you all in this space. Welcome to Godfather Naya and welcome to Prestige D. As per usual, I would like to do a prayer just so that we can ensure that we are in alignment with the highest vibration possible. Greetings to Mr. D Nice and everybody who's popping in now. I really, really appreciate you being in this space. We are about to just do our prayer to align with the highest vibration of love, to ensure that we are in the right space, that we are protected, and that everybody here gets whatever is for their highest good. As I said, I've lit the candle. We have water to honor the element of water. We have fire to honor the element of fire. We have crystals to honor the element of earth. And today we are working with amethyst because we want to really utilize the energy of the moon and really tap into our psychic abilities. And it's also for protection as well. We've got our white candle burning, which is just representing the light. Okay, we're representing the light, and we're utilizing the elements. I'm going to burn some incense now, which represents the ear, and our hearts represent the love and the spirit. I already said a prayer before we've come on and just set up the vibration of the space, but I always like to include everybody who's present in the prayer just so that we're all aligned with the right vibration. All right, so wherever it is that you are, just want you to take a nice deep breath in and release. Because we've all had a very, very long day. We've all been doing whatever it is that we've been doing today. And so in this moment, we just want to take a deep breath in. And as we do, we release. And is the sound and the vibration of the heart chakra. And just when you do that, it helps you to release that energy from your heart and allow you to be centered in your own being and in your own spirit. We're using some incense, and this is I think it's a copal resin, and a few other things, but it's specifically for clearing energies. So we're just going to send all of that good smoke around. And yeah, we're just going to take a breath and we will say a prayer. Divine creator of all there is, ancestors, guides, beings of light, those who love us unconditionally, Mother, Father, God. We come in humble, heartfelt prayer this day to give thanks for the gift of life, for the gift of breath, for the gift of our beautiful bodies that house our spirit. We are thankful for good health. We are thankful for good friends and family. And we are thankful for the opportunity to connect together in this moment, in this space, to learn, to be uplifted, and to receive whatever it is that's in our highest good. We ask that you surround us in a bubble of protection and keep us safe. Help each person to align with whatever is for their highest good. And we ask that the intention for this gathering is that we learn, connect, and really gain any information that's for our highest good that can help us to utilize the powers of this eclipse moon energy. I come as a clear and open channel, as a conduit for divine love, divine power, and divine wisdom. May we all be protected in this space in the name of divine love. This circle is now open. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen, amen, amen. Ra. If you actually go to the window, you might be able to see the eclipse. It's actually active now over the UK. And so we just attune with those energies. Just allowing ourselves to be bathed in sound for a moment. Ashe, 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 ashe. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm getting messages in from people who were saying, oh, we can see the eclipse now. So it is visible in the UK and you can see it. And so I want to just talk a little bit about the esoteric aspects of the moon and how we can utilize this energy. Okay, I've made some notes so that we can keep on track. Greetings, greetings, and welcome to Amenti, and greetings to Queen Naya. Greetings to Freak of Nature as well. Welcome, 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 everyone. All right, so we are in a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and I'm sure you can feel my energy. The last video that I did, the last live that we had together, was right at the beginning of the month, where we had the new moon eclipse in Cancer, and it was really all about giving birth to the divine self. And most of the time when we think about that, we think about it as just being something quick that happens. But in order to give birth to your divine self, in order to give birth to anything, you have to go through pain. You have to go through darkness. You have to go through that birth canal. You have to go through your shadow. And that's exactly what this eclipse energy has brought for us. We've also had Mercury in retrograde. We've had 5 of the planets in retrograde, which have really been encouraging us to go in. And since that eclipse in Cancer, I know for myself and a lot of my clients and people around me, it has been an emotional time. If you feel like for you it's been an emotional time, I want you to just put a comment or put some hearts in the box below to just let us know how it was for you. But I know for me and for a lot of people around me, it's been a very, very emotional time, and it's been challenging us to really get deep on all those internal wounds that need to be healed. Most of us are walking around with these wounds that nobody else knows about. But these wounds cut so deep because they are part of our soul's lessons. It's part of the lessons that we're here to master whilst we're here in this flesh. And when you have this eclipse energy, it really highlights the shadow. When you have, when you look at the eclipse, it's literally the sun and the moon, coming together, and in that space that they create, that's the void, that's the birth canal, that's the yoni, that's the space in which you give birth to your truth, or you create something, or you manifest something. But what we're doing right now is we are balancing our light and our dark. We are shining that light on our most deepest and hidden aspects. And with that energy in Cancer as well, that's all of that water and all of that emotion. So we've really been in a purge. And Ches Bella says it's been serious. I know. I mean, I even had one point where I really felt like I was losing my mind. I started to question everything about who it was that I was. But what I realized is that with growth and expansion, we have to be willing to constantly observe where we're at in our current state, what things still need to be worked on, because our issues or experiences or circumstances, they're like onion layers. At one point we might feel like we've mastered one level of it, and then a cycle of time happens, and then there's another aspect that needs to be mastered, and so time, our reality is not linear, it's cyclic, and even in those times where we have, come from the position of dealing with something and mastering it, by the time we get back to it again, we've learned so much that allows us to really take the understanding of that particular issue to a deeper level. Sometimes we've gained the strength that we need now to make the changes that we need in order for us to push forward and really learn and master those soul lessons. But we cannot do that without the shadow. We cannot do that without going into our darkness. We cannot do that without going within and really touching on those emotional and deeply held wounds. And so that energy in Cancer has really been giving us that emotional drive and flow so that we can really get deep with our own feelings and our own emotions. Queen Naya says that she's been over emotional and still pushing through. And yes, we're still in that eclipse gateway as well. But this Capricorn energy will really give you a solid foundation that you need and an understanding of what needs to take place now to take you further. 26th of July is the Kemetic New Year, where Sirius rebirths within the sky. And for me, that's basically the date where we can start now transforming ourselves, where we can start really coming out and becoming this you, this us, this me, this we that we want to be, the true me that we want to be. But this Capricorn energy is really encouraging us to start planning. It starts asking us to really look at who it is that we are, what it is that we want to achieve, and how we are going to do it. Capricorn brings that earth energy, where Cancer was very much about the emotions. This is about how do we stabilize the emotions now? How do we make the changes that we need to make in order for us to move forward in our life? And so what I want to share with you is just how this energy of Capricorn is really going to allow us to move forward with a plan for success. Now, the thing about eclipse energies, they can last for up to 6 months after the eclipse. So as much as we are sharing this information now, and you're going through what you're going through now, this energy is going to be present for the next 6 months. So you still may see things affecting you and things coming up to the fore over the next 6 months. But this is really preparing us for 2020, which is the year of freedom, of liberation, and of clear vision. By 2020, we really want to have a clear understanding of who it is we are, where it is that we want to go, and have been able to move up another level in terms of our understanding of in terms of the healing of our personality, so that our true soul light can really to release all relationships that no longer serve us. We are being encouraged to really ask ourselves, who am I? What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to achieve? Rather than who have I become based on, what's going on around me and based on what other people want me to see and want me to be. And so all of this work that we're doing right now, all of these challenges that we're going through right now, all of this deep healing and purging that we're doing right now is preparing us for our rebirth next year and for the opportunity for us to really stand on solid ground. So this lunar eclipse in Capricorn, as I said, is visible, partially visible in the UK. So you may be able to see it. And because it is a full moon, it's really about shining the light. It's really about shining the light on everything that's going on for you. As I mentioned before, Capricorn is an earth sign, and Capricorn is also governed by Saturn. And this is where you get the nice polarity and balance, because eclipses are always about balance. But what we've seen is that in the beginning of the month, we've had our new moon in Cancer, which represents the mother. And we're now having our full moon in Capricorn, which is governed by Saturn, which represents the father. And the father is all about discipline. It's all about structure. It's all about how do we take that creative energy, that idea, and now transform it into something that is tangible and something that can yield results. And so we're being encouraged at this time, as I said before, to really start to make plans around our security, around finance, around the home, around career, and around, because we are ripe for success. This is a time just for planning and for taking goals to the next level. The other themes that are associated with this particular eclipse in Capricorn is, as I said, making plans for the future. Also stepping into some position of leadership or getting the support that you need through a mentor or somebody that can guide you, because Capricorn is also about making sure that you've got the resources that you need in order to get where you need to get to. And sometimes we do need support from other people in order to do that. the other theme of this particular season is emotional release that brings empowerment. So we are being encouraged to release anything that doesn't allow us to step into our true divine sovereign power. And to be a sovereign being means to stand in your own power and authority. It means to make your own decisions. It means to be conscious and be aware and make conscious decisions regarding how you move forward and how you live your life. So there's a lot of energy that's really pushing us towards making some really significant changes that can actually get us to where it is that we need to go. And as I said before, it's just encouraging us to do the soul work that's necessary so that we can really understand and release from the past experiences, and release from the past aspects of the self that no longer serve us, and move forward more confidently. So you need to understand that anything that's leaving your life right now is leaving for your highest good. You're being encouraged to listen to and honor the sound of your own inner voice. A lot of us have brought in a lot of karma around serving others and not honoring ourselves, martyr complexes and all different kinds of soul contracts that we have made in order for us to understand that we are sovereign beings. And so we're being encouraged in this time to really do the things that honor our soul, that really make our heart sing. I picked a card the other day and it said that if your heart isn't giving you a hell yes as an answer to anything that you're answering, then you're not supposed to be doing it. And this is really about moving us into the alignment of our heart, taking us out of the mind and taking us out of the comparing and looking to other people for validation of who it is that we are. And we are seeking to validate ourselves. Collectively and spiritually, we are seeing more and more people moving towards spirituality and seeking and searching. This is because each of us want to have a deeper connection to spirit. We want to feel that connection to spirit. And religion and spirituality are tools that are supposed to help us to develop that connection to the Creator. But the way that we do that is to master the connection within, because the Creator dwells within. We have to start trusting ourselves enough to be able to ask ourselves the questions and to sit still enough to receive the answers. Everything that you need is within you. And so you're being encouraged to just sit with yourself in this time and ask yourself, first and foremost, whatever it is that you want to know, sit with yourself and ask yourself and listen to what it is that your soul is teaching us. We have become very dependent on influencers and people to show us the way to our connection with the Creator, but it starts within. And it's in those challenging moments, it's in those moments when you feel unsure, that you can take a step back and just ask yourself, what am I feeling? What's going on for me? What do I need to learn here? Capricorn is also saying that you should also seek support if required. But my encouragement to you in this time is to start learning to inquire within and nurture your connection with the divine. I was thinking about this the other day, and you see on the internet loads of people who are doing readings and loads of people who are doing all of these things. And on one level, I started to look at it and think, well, this is quite gimmicky, because at least when, a while ago when I started to do these readings, there weren't so much people doing it, but you're seeing more and more people doing it now. And it can bring up this element of mistrust. But when I asked my spirit, what was the source of this? My soul showed me that at the end of the day, we are moving through an awakening. We are ascending in consciousness, meaning that we are expanding and becoming more aware of our other gifts. In the 3D reality, we operate off of our 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, hear, all of those senses. But in order for us to now expand our consciousness, in order for us to now move into a greater space of who it is that we are and how we interact with our reality, we have to start building our other senses. We have to start building our intuition. We have to start building our telepathy. We have to be able to start feeling each other. And the only way that these things are going to happen, number one, is by people starting to do these practices, whether it's meditations, whether it's doing readings that start to help them to connect with their spirit. or, you know, by joining classes or groups or anything that will help you to start expanding that consciousness. So the reason why we're seeing more and more people tapping into spirituality and doing readings and things like that is because we are witnessing the ascension in full. We are all starting to question life a bit more. We're all starting to tap into our inner gifts a little bit more. And that's what this whole ascension and expansion is about. So you're being encouraged because eclipses and full moon energy bring about heightened psychic awareness. And that's why I'm encouraging you that anything that comes up, anything that feels painful, anything that you want to understand a bit more of, ask yourself, seek within. Okay, seek within. One tool that I utilize a lot in my own personal development is remote writing. And that is basically, you ask yourself a question, whatever question it is that you want to know. You get a pen and a paper and you start writing, and you just write. Allow whatever needs to come out to come out. What happens is you start tapping into a stream of consciousness, a stream of information that will allow you now to have the answer to what it is that you're looking for. Everything is within you, but most of the time we fear or we do not have the tools that we need in order for us to learn to navigate those inner realms and connect deeply with what our soul is expressing to us. All of these astrological shifts that we're seeing taking place are in, and the change in the way that we are experiencing spirituality is ultimately to help you to reinforce your connection and your awareness of who it is that you are beyond the flesh. Okay, and so as I said, I'm encouraging you at this time to just sit with yourself and do some remote writing and find out what's hidden in your consciousness and what it is that your soul wants to express to you. Welcome to everybody who is joining in. We're just talking about the lunar eclipse in Capricorn and some of the themes that are present at this time. So Capricorn is also in the Kemetic astrology. Capricorn is represented by Khnum, who is the ram-headed deity. Now, when I look at deities, I don't look at them as in terms of worshipping them as gods. I look at them as fractals or aspects of the source through which we can start to learn or understand different aspects of the creator. And so Khnum represents the creator god who fashions, you know, human form out of clay. And what that is showing to me, that is sharing to me about this particular eclipse is about you molding and creating who it is that you know you are to be and who you want to be. A lot of us are carrying around stories from our experiences, stories from, you know, whatever it might be, and we attach ourselves to these stories, but you are not that story. You are a soul having an experience. And so when you allow yourself to step into the observer's perspective, you put yourself in a place of mastery so that you're able to truly understand whatever it is that you're going through. Okay, you are here to master your reality as a soul having a human experience. Sorry, I just got off track there. John Calvin says, is writing the only way to find out what our soul is trying to communicate to us? No way. Writing is not listening to your intuition. You have gut feelings, you know, you have an understanding. Meditation is also another way that you can start to learn to practice how to listen to your soul. But with the writing, I just find that there is a beautiful relationship that takes place with when your soul actually communicates through your heart and through the pen. And for me, I'm a writer. So whenever I do allow myself to write and just channel write, when I actually read back what it is that I've read, I find that it has different answers for me on the questions that I've been looking for. There are many ways in which you can start to tap into the information that's within your soul, tap into who it is that you are. As I said, meditation and other things, but the writing is just something that I'm suggesting. I hope that is helping you. And welcome to everybody else. All right, so talking about Khnum and the fact that, you know, he is about creating and fashioning the human form. And so you're being encouraged at this time to, as I said before, think about who it is that you want to be and what type of person you want to be, what you want your life to be like. I put up a ritual before on my Instagram. I posted it this morning, and it is a ritual which entails exactly that. I'm going to share a bit more about it later on as we go on, but it really is about you stepping into the vision of who it is that you know yourself to be. A lot of the time when we're trying to manifest something, we see it in the future, but the best way to manifest something is to place yourself in the present moment of that experience. And so that is what this energy is calling us to do. This Capricorn energy is saying to us, we need to really think about who it is that we want to be, where it is that we want to go, what are our financial plans, what are our plans for our career, and actually bring it into this present moment. Spend time seeing yourself in that, living as if, because what that does is it connects your heart and your mind and anchors that feeling of whatever it is that you're experiencing as reality, and that's what helps you to manifest it, maintaining that vibration. Okay, so yes, I just wanted to share a bit about Konum, because I also do study the Kemetic astrology, and as I said, the astrology is all about understanding the heavens within. Okay, as above, so below. It's not about us just understanding the planets out there. It's understanding that the planets are within us, and everything in the universe moves in alignment with the law of rhythm and the law of flow. And so, as the rhythm of the heavens is taking place, that's the same rhythm that's taking place within our body. So, astrology becomes a way of understanding the cycles that are taking place within and without. Okay, so in alignment with this Capricorn energy, we've also got Pluto. And what Pluto is doing is Pluto is dissolving old systems. Okay, and one of the main thing that it's dissolving or destroying is the security that comes from living out of alignment with your destiny. And so that's basically looking at jobs that we might be in, that we don't enjoy, that we're just doing for the sake of money. You might find your irritability or uncomfortability arising now with any jobs that do not really serve your highest purpose and highest good. We're moving into more soul-aligned relationships, soul-aligned jobs, a soul-aligned reality. And that means being in a space which makes your heart sing and doing the things that nourish your spirit. It's those things that are going to bring you the abundance that you seek and give you the foundation. Because if you can get up every day and do something that you really enjoy, then you're more than likely going to be nourished by it and be nourishing other people by it. And so you'll understand that the currency is no longer just money, it's your energy. And so whatever energy you're applying to something is the energy that you're going to get back. And it's then that you'll find that you are actually abundant, that you are actually an infinite source of abundance, because the joy and excitement that you have for doing what you love is always going to come back to you. I mean, look at me today. I've had a day and a half, but I was so excited to just make sure that I'd done everything that I needed to do to come and share in this space, because it's making my heart sing to connect and to share with everyone. And so that energy will come back to me in many, many different ways. And so we're being encouraged to now look at really doing the things that we enjoy and being mindful about where we're spending our energy and where we're spending our time, and ensuring that it's done in a balanced way where we are giving and receiving and where it's all in alignment. Okay, Pluto is also crushing down any old structures, any agreements that we've had or commitments that we have made which are out of alignment with our divine wisdom or our divine destiny. So it's showing you that everything is pushing us to really make more soul aligned choices, and for us to start living our life from our soul. Like, what do you enjoy doing? What is it that you are here to do? On that note, I just wanted to share a bit of information about a course that I will be teaching in September. My book, 12 Seeds to Awaken Your Spirit, is a personal and spiritual development workbook. And my spirit is encouraging me to start working with people to help them to basically start doing this soul work and get into that place of raising your consciousness and really starting to understand more about yourself on a soul level. And so one of the seeds in the book is called Know Thyself. And so I'm offering for everybody who's interested a free 4-week course where we will go deep into understanding who it is that you are. We will look at your astrology chart and we will look at your numerology chart to help you to understand what you wrote, what your soul wrote in the stars. everything, you know, from your birth date, from the parents that you came through, everything was divinely destined before you've come here. And so when you utilize certain sacred sciences, it helps you to understand your soul's divine blueprint. So we'll be learning about your soul's divine blueprint. We'll be learning about, you know, you through the lens of astrology and numerology. We'll be looking into your past life memories, because even your past life memories hold some understanding of what it is that you are here to achieve. And by the end of that 4 weeks, you will definitely have a better, clearer understanding of who it is that you are on a soul level. And then if you're interested, then you can sign up to do the course where we'll go through the 12 seeds. But the reason why my spirit is encouraging me to do this is ultimately because many people feel as if they do not know what their purpose is, and they do not know why they're here. And that, for me, I'm seeing is really part of the ascension. It's part of people waking up. And so people have questions. And so I'm creating that space to support you in understanding more and more of who it is that you are on a soul level, so that you can start to step into your power. So please do look out for the sign up information on that. That will be going out in the next few weeks. I'm really excited because as I said, this month has been challenging, but what it's really challenged me to do is to take off all of my masks and really step into my true power. And that's what I want to encourage each and every one of you to do. Nobody can validate you beyond you. You already are perfect, whole and complete. Everything that you have been through has been preparing you for this moment. And what is for you will never pass you. I'm telling you, it will never pass you. And I want you to know that we every single one of us needs each other. Every single one of us has a purpose which is aligned and attached to somebody else's purpose and experience. So if that alone encourages you to step up and step out into your power and be authentically you, that's what it is that I want to help you to do, because that's exactly what I needed to do for myself. You can have all the wisdom in the world, but we all have different you know, layers of our personality which can actually distort our light. You know, we may be shy and uncomfortable due to things that have happened to us and not really be in a place where we can step up and do what we need to do. I'm here to support you in that, because it's been my journey as well, and I understand that the way that I can support you is just by sharing more and helping you to know that we're all on this journey together. And so I am here to do that, and thanking every one of you for joining in. Shez Bella says, Spirit brought me here today. Yes, girl, and we're thankful for you being here. Greetings to Inara Healing, Empress Les, and everybody who's on the thread. I really, really appreciate every one of you. All right, so we do have some other contributing energies to this particular eclipse. And as I said, we are going through a purge, okay? And so we got a moon, the moon conjunct Pluto, and when the moon is conjunct Pluto, that is deep emotional purging, because Pluto just brings unexpected change and breaks down old structures, and the moon is eclipsed at this time, so she's amplified. So I want to say to you, whatever it is that you're going through right now, whatever seems to be challenging you, be open and willing to deal with it. One of my buzzwords for this time is I let go and I surrender to the flow. Because most of the time, especially, you know, even sometimes for us light workers or those who are doing the work, we try to push. You know, we want to be healing. We want to feel like we're healed. We want to, you know, we're always working on ourselves. But sometimes the hardest thing for us to do is actually surrender and let go to the flow and allow ourselves to just be. Because when you allow yourself to be, there is a vulnerability that takes place. There is a release that takes place. And your higher self is able to take, you know, center stage. And we need to be vulnerable. We need to allow ourselves to sit within our emotions so that they don't become suppressed and become inner demons. And one of those things that I've been working through this eclipse gateway is working on my own inner demons. And it's weird because, you know, when people say to you, oh, demons, you think of demons outside of yourself. You don't necessarily think of demonic forces within yourself. And even if you do, there's a disconnect, because you don't want to think of yourself as such. But when you look at your astrology, anything that's a conjunct or an opposition is a demon, because it's, or a demonic force, because it's something that you have to work on. It's a challenge for you. And sometimes within our own selves, we have our own inner demons. It might be self-judgment. It might be self-doubt. It might be self-criticism. It might be procrastination. It might be whatever it is. And it might be that thing that you find so difficult to shift out of your system. For me, I was having those issues come to the fore, as I said, early on in the month, and really I had to sit with it. I had to be willing to sit with it and really understand what it was that my soul was teaching me right now. What it was showing me, that there was parts of myself that were so unnourished, so suppressed, that they were now causing conflict in my reality, you know. And sometimes we get that. We can be self-sabotaging to our own success, because there are areas within our personality that need our support, that need refining. A simple thing like, you know, turning up here and being present and speaking, that takes a lot of confidence. It takes a lot of energy. And sometimes, you know, you have that voice inside of you that says to you, don't do it, or, you know, no one's going to worry if you don't do it. But you have to override that voice. You have to tap into that power inside of you, and tap into that reason inside of you for doing what you need to do, for stepping up and stepping out. And so our inner demons can sometimes stop us from achieving what it is that we want to achieve. But when we master them, when we overcome them, and we feel that joy of achievement and success, then that's what propels us forward to making even more positive changes in our lives. So I'm encouraging you, if you're going through some sort of purge or deep emotional healing at the moment, I want you to allow yourself to be in this space. I want you to be in a space of surrender and letting go, and just ask your higher self to guide you. Now, sometimes that might seem very airy-fairy. How do I ask my higher self to guide me? I mean, intention is all. All you need to do is say it and just listen and just be. We have to get used to the fact that as we speak, we manifest. But sometimes we're looking for some great ping or some kind of theatrics to take place outside of us before we understand that we are already achieving what it is that we want just by saying it. So just allow yourself to be in that moment, and allow yourself to say, you know what, I surrender and I let go. You know, what is this experience teaching me right now? And whatever comes through at this moment, especially with this eclipse energy, it's definitely going to be something which is of great healing potential for you. And that Saturn energy in Capricorn really does come with some harsh lessons. I mean, I've had a few clients that I've been speaking to recently, because Saturn also brings up karmic energy and ancestral energy. So some of us are clearing ancestral and generational curses through our family lineages at this time. And, you know, it can be very painful. I've had a few people say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to, you know, heal. I don't want to have to keep on healing. And even I had that moment. You know, I was like, when does this ever stop? It gets better. It really does, because you learn to master. You learn to understand that everything in the universe is governed by ebbs and flows, that there is always polarity in the universe. That's what keeps everything going. And so when you're properly informed, when you know, okay, you know, this is happening to me right now, let me step back and observe it. Let me sit with it. Let me be with it. It allows you to be in control of the situation. It allows you to observe the situation from a level of mastery. And that's what allows us to continue to keep growing. You know, the healing work in its sense is never done, but at the same time, we're not healing, we're experiencing. We're experiencing and we're exploring and we're being, because we are already perfect, whole, and complete. Okay, so this is a purge season for a lot of us, but you're being encouraged to just sit with that energy and really allow whatever it is that needs to come up from your subconscious to come up, because these are really powerful times. These are really good times for us to really start doing the soul work that we need to do and sitting in our own spirit, so that we can start to make this shift, a real shift in our consciousness, and start to step into our power. So when we've got the moon in conjuncting Pluto, that means that we've got the sun opposing Pluto. And what that means, it means that there's a light shining on your inner light. So you're being encouraged to listen to your inner light. You're being encouraged, you know, to be aware of healing through surrendering to the truth. Okay, and yes, this sounds like some really heavy stuff, but this eclipse energy brings that healing through surrendering to the truth. What is the real truth? And that can be so difficult. I mean, that brings me to a conversation I was having with a client this week as well. And, you know, sometimes we build up our own perception of a situation and how people have acted and how that's affected us. And we stick to that emotion and we wedge that emotional trauma within. But sometimes what we think is the reality isn't always the truth of what happened. Sometimes what we expect from other people, they're really not able to give. And we've chosen to come into their life and experience that for a reason. And so this Sun opposing Pluto is encouraging you to understand that some healing takes place through surrendering to the truth. And understanding that sometimes what we think something is, or how something seems to us, or how we've locked it in our memory and in our psyche, isn't always how it really went. There's always more than one perception to any one situation. And so that brings us to the place of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is one of the most important tools at this moment to utilize, because when we're doing generational healing, when we're doing clearing and karmic debt, it's not about connecting to the experience or emotion. It's about being able to observe it, so you can understand what needs to be learnt at this time, okay? What needs to be learned, what you didn't see from before. And so this karmic clearing that we're doing is best done from an observer's perspective. Ask yourself, what is it that I didn't understand here? What is it that I need to learn here? What is it that I need to see here? Okay? Having that kind of self-dialogue with yourself, as I said, helps you to now be an observer of your perspective. And when you're observing your reality, when you're observing your experiences, that's when you're in your higher self. That's when you're in your soul consciousness. Okay. John Calvin says, how does one clear their karmic debt? Karmic debt is a big subject, because you can understand what karma you've chosen to bring into this lifetime through your astrology chart and through your numerology. But some karma is through choices that you've made on a soul level or in past life experiences. And karma can also be basically stuff that is in your ancestral lineage. You've chosen to manifest and incarnate into a certain ancestral lineage for a reason. But ultimately, karma is about learning, okay? Karma is about opportunities to learn. People think that karma is a punishment, but it's not a punishment. It's an opportunity to learn. Even when you do something so-called quote-unquote wrong, it's an opportunity for you to learn. And if you take that moment to be reflective and really go back on that situation and look at, what is it that I can learn here? What can I do differently? That's when you take that information now and you use it as fuel for your next, step towards success. So karma is around looking at unresolved lessons. And karmic debt can be resolved through your actions. It can be resolved through acknowledgement of certain things. And so, as I said, for the Know Thyself course that we'll be doing starting in September, we will look at what your karmic debt is based on your astrology and your numerology, and also look at some of the karma that is present in your ancestral lineage, in your ancestral line. So thank you for that, John. I hope that's helped. Mixed Harmony Group said, thank you, I needed to hear this message. Thank you. You're more than welcome. And greetings to Sister Michelle. So what I'm saying is that this particular full moon in Capricorn is brimming with opportunities for us to really do the deep self-healing work and really step into our true power and the true understanding of who it is that we are. And how that is in layman's terms is I can only share with you from my own experience. And as I said, at the beginning of this month, I was still sitting in my mask of who it was that I was, trying to find the best way of being happy and being at peace, but seeing all of these other images of things that I needed to become, or I needed to try and work against. Whereas now I'm in a space of just being me. Now I'm in a space of understanding that, okay, all of the things that I've been carrying around are not me, and understanding that my only purpose is to shine my light, is to be the me that I'm here to be unapologetically, and unhindered. And so what I'm trying to express is that this time is calling us to do the deep soul healing, the deep purging, the healing that comes through surrendering to the truth, so that you can stand in your truth. so that you can be confident enough to be who it is that you are here to be and to do what it is that you have come to do. Now is the time to step fully into your power. So as I said, anybody that's going through any kind of purge at the moment, I honor you and I celebrate you. Shadow healing is not easy, but at the same time, it is one of the most surefire ways for you to learn the lessons that you need to learn and experience some real soul growth and expansion. If you have any questions, family, please do put your questions down in the comments below. Please can you send me some hearts and some likes if you resonated with anything that I have shared here today. The energy right now is very, very potent, very, very powerful. And so with Capricorn, the way you can utilize this energy, as I mentioned in the beginning, is to utilize it to propel yourself towards success. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. It's a good time for making plans, business plans, plans about where you want to go financially, whether you want to move house, what kind of career you want to have. It's a time for making plans. It's a time for thinking about mentoring. It's a time for thinking about areas in which you can take leadership. It's a time for purging, but releasing in order for you to be able to rise. Releasing what no longer serves you so that you can make space for more of what you love. It's a time for mass clearing of anything that doesn't serve you in your life. It's a time where you might see your jobs and your relationships breaking down around you. All of this is happening so that you can create a solid foundation for success. Capricorn is all about the solid foundation for success. It is about being rooted and grounded. And as I said, this eclipse energy is going to last for the next 6 months. So it's going to help you to really prepare yourself for what it is that you want to achieve over the next 6 months. And once you've got that plan together, it's all about just moving forward and moving forward with it. All right, so Freak of Nature said, what does know thyself ultimately mean? Know thyself ultimately means understanding who you are on all levels, okay? It's about understanding yourself as a physical being. Who are you? It's about understanding yourself as a soul and understanding who it is that you've come here to be. To know yourself means to study the stars. It means to understand that everything is part of you. But for this course particularly, it's just about helping you to get a deeper snapshot into all of the different aspects that make up you. Okay, I hope that's answered your question. IME says it is an indication of a purge having negative thoughts that you cannot control. This has been occurring recently to me. Sister, I don't know if you saw one of my videos. I posted a video this week or last week, which basically talked about the different voices that I was having in my head, and me being able to acknowledge which voices were my ego and where they were coming from. The purge definitely can bring up the shadow thoughts and emotions and feelings that you may have, and those are the inner demons that I talk about as well. But what I have found that helped me in that moment was to be objective with it. So I would write those thoughts down and I'd ask myself if they're really true, and feel it in my heart. And I realized that 9 times out of 10, most of those things that I thought, the negative thoughts, weren't true. They were just my fears. And so I needed to face those fears head on by asking myself, what's the worst that could happen? Until I got to a point where there was nothing more that could happen. And so we have to minimize our fears. We have to be willing to go into them and keep asking ourselves, well, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? And meeting them head on. Most of the time, we're not really taught to navigate the inner realms, and we're not taught that our soul speaks to us in different voices. Our mind speaks to us in different voices. We watch the cartoons and we see the good angel and the bad angel without realizing that that's actually going on in our head. And a lot of people who go through mental health conditions can sometimes have a inability to really decipher between the voices in your head, those voices that are speaking to you, which is ultimately you. So yes, I would say that it's an indication of a purge. And what I would say to you, as I said, is to just let those negative thoughts out, write them down and observe them. Where do they come from? Where did you get these thoughts? Because a lot of the thoughts that we have are based on past experiences, And that's the thing with the power of the mind, and when the mind is connected to the emotion as well. When you have an experience, a traumatic experience, you have the memory of it, and then you also have the feeling of it, and that's what actually anchors it. And it's so powerful that you can be 10 years later in the present moment, and the minute that you think back on that past thing, you're instantly bringing that energy right into this present moment. You're feeling it, you know. And so that shows you that it can have an effect on you because it's hidden in your subconscious. And so you're being encouraged to look at, look at where those thoughts have come from. Sometimes they've come from other people's perception of us. Sometimes they've come from experiences that we've had with others, and we've taken them on. When you're able to write things down, for me, that helps because I can see it on paper, and I can clearly see this is true. This is not true. I write it, I go, like, where did I get that thought from? It's ridiculous. And it completely dissipates it. But when you have things going around in your head so much, it can be confusing. Your head is a very small space. That's how I look at it. And your thoughts are infinite. So when you write them down, you allow that clear flow of consciousness to come through. And so the truth can be felt. So the truth can be heard. Okay? So I hope that is helping you. I hope that has helped you, sis. And thank you to everybody who has joined on this live. We are going to, if there's any more questions, I will answer them. I was just going to speak quickly on the ritual that I put up for this Capricorn energy. And for this ritual, as I said, it's all about success. It's all about having that driving force to move forward, changes that you want to have and manifest in your business or in your home. And so for the Capricorn energy, I would use an orange candle. Orange is that vitality, that energy, that drive. And so this is an orange 7-day candle, but you can also use a white candle, either a white 7-day candle or a normal candle. And the candles for me represent, it's like a portal of energy. The light that you burn represents intention. Your intentions in your mind, you're projecting that energy not into the candle, not that the candle is going to manifest it for you. You are an alchemist in this moment, and you are working the hidden realms. And so when you are lighting this candle, this represents the intention that you're making in the universe. This represents the thought. This represents what it is that you want to manifest or create. And so I advise that you write down on a piece of paper, brown paper preferably, what it is that you want to bring in. And I want you to do it in a way which is empowering. So I declare and decree that I am, building a successful business. This business is, selling bread, artisan bread to people who, and the people enjoy my bread and blah, 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 blah. You want to really be bringing it into the present moment. You want to be visualizing and seeing as you're writing it down. Okay? And so you want to spend time really conjuring up that energy till you feel it, till you actually feel like you're in that vision, like it's actually real. Okay? And so you'll write that down, and then on the back of that petition, you will write just your name and your date of birth. That is just so that energy can align with your soul blueprint. I normally would put some oil, so I did recommend bergamot oil for those who will use essential oils. I would also use power oil, or I would use Crown of Success oil, and I also, success oil. Anything around bringing you success and what it is that you want, and you just anoint the candle top with it. And what you would do then, I always put a glass of water next to my candles, because the water acts as a protective energy around the candle and can also prevent and block any negative energies that may be sent towards your workings. But it's up to you what you want to do. And you will light the candle, and when you light the candle, you are going to again say what it is that you want to bring into your life and visualize it in the flame. So just look into the flame and just visualize and direct your energy and your intention and see what it is that you want to manifest in that flame. And you will do that for the next 7 days. Now, someone asks, how long does the full moon energy last? The full moon energy usually lasts 3 days before and 3 days after. But when we have an eclipse, the energy is present for up to 6 months. Okay, so this energy can be utilized for 6 months. This ritual can be done anytime in the next 6 months. And you might, for some people, you might not be having any changes now. You might see those changes in the next 6 months. So this is the window that we're in right now. And so you will leave this candle burning for the next 7 days in a safe space, and you'll go to the candle often and just bring your mind back to that which you want to visualize. Put yourself back into that experience. And yeah, keep on focusing on that thought. One thing I love about doing rituals, and for me, it's not so much about trying to manifest or create anything. What I love about spiritual practice and ritual is the ability to focus my intention. Okay, my mind, I don't know about anybody else's mind, but my mind has millions of thoughts and infinite possibilities going through at any one moment in time. And so whenever I go into a space of prayer and meditation, it's an opportunity for me to focus, and not just focus with my external eyes, not just focus with my words, but focus with my whole being. Like, I sit and I really just be in my own center and channel that energy. And so you can utilize this ritual as an opportunity to start building on your spiritual power. When you do these prayers, and when you do when you concentrate on a certain thought or feeling consciously every day, you strengthen that connection to that thing, and you build up your energy and magnetism. Not most of the time, magic is about magnetism. You're drawing things to you. You're drawing things to you via your intentions. And so that is the ritual that I wanted to share with you. If you do the ritual, please do let me know how you get on. You can send me your pictures and tag me in Amenti at Amenti the Awakener, and just let me know how you got on. I will be doing my ritual as soon as we get off of here. And one thing I want to say to you as well, when you're doing your rituals, the magic comes from you, the power comes from you. So do not be fooled into thinking that it's something else that's giving you what it is that you want. What you give to the universe, you get back. So you giving your energy, by you setting your intention, by you getting all of the things together, you are investing in that which you want to manifest, and it's that energy that will be returned to you. Someone said, I wrote my intentions on a piece of paper and burnt it to release it. Okay, so what I would do with burning is about things that you want to let go of. So that wouldn't necessarily be an intention, but you'd write a release statement, and whatever it is that you want to release, you burn. So if that's what you've done, that is great. What do you do with the ashes, and how do I release the energy? Me personally, what I would do with the ashes is I spread it on soil. So I'd find somewhere outside in nature and I'd spread it on the earth, because then the earth then takes in that energy and transmutes it. It's gone. So for me, and I'm going to be speaking a bit more about this because I'm going to be doing a series on African spirituality. But for me, spirituality is something that's very, very simple. Spiritual practice is something that's very simple, and it's nature-based. So nature gives, nature takes away. So utilizing nature is going to only amplify your intentions and your spiritual practice, and give you a deeper connection to the energies that are flowing within and without and around you. Okay, yeah, alright, so I've got you there. Alrighty, so what we are going to do is we are going to do the readings now. And we will do the readings for each of the zodiac signs first. And then for anybody who wants a card pulled afterwards, I will do that if we've got enough time. I have learnt not to spend too much time on here, because when I start coughing and all kinds of stuff goes on. So we're just going to go with the energy as it flows. Please do send me some hearts. Welcome to everybody else who's popped in during this live. I welcome you. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, I'm sending you love of the highest vibration. Queen Naya says, Ashe Queen, messages resonate 100. We are all connected in this web of collective consciousness, all having the experiences at the same time. So it's a good thing that we're able to share. And isn't it so much more easier to deal with when you understand, when you have the information, when you're aware? It's so much easier when you're going through this stuff. I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't go through it. I go through stuff all the time, but it just makes it easier to deal with when you're able to see it coming, when you're able to know that something is coming. So thank you. And Freak of Nature says, love your backdrop. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Afro affirmation says your feminine energy is strong. Give thanks, Queen. Appreciated. I'm very much channeling Mother Goddess energy right now, you know, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you as well. Alright, so we are going to go through all of the zodiacs. Greetings to Rels83. Much love to everybody who's here. Greetings to Nyasha. Definitely will pull a card for you if we have time. Alright then, so we are going to start. And I'm gonna pick some different cards today, just because I'm guided to work with these cards for the zodiacs, and then we'll do a different set for the personal readings. Greetings to Live Soul, who's just joined in. I hope you have found this information insightful. If you have, please do put some hearts in the comments below, just to let us know, or any feedback that you might have would be absolutely great. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Ooh. So the card that fell out for me was Mary Magdalene. The Teacher Awakens. It says you have something important to share. Follow the inner calling and don't let anything stop you, including those inner demons. So we're thankful. I'm thankful for that. Okay, so we are going to start with Aries. So all of my Arians in the house. The guidance for you, Aries. Oops, okay, so Aries. This is a time for healing for you. It says, honor your sensitivity and retreat to charge and heal. Your light can support others. So my Aryan brothers and sisters, you are being encouraged to do your own personal healing at this time, because that personal healing is now going to put you in the perfect place for you to now be able to help other people. And that's exactly what I was saying for myself. It's like early this month, I had to go into myself. I had to meet with my own demons in order for me to now be into this space right now and radiate this light to each one of you, so that you know that going through that purge is only going to allow you to step more and more into your power. Ches Bella says spot on. Well, I'm glad that that's spot on for you. So my Aryan brothers and sisters, again, you are being encouraged to pay attention to your inner world and the healing that needs to take place within. You're being encouraged to honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal your light, so that you can support others. So we're going for Taurus now. To my Taurian brothers and sisters, to my fellow Venusians, let's see what the universe has for you. All right, so the card that you have got for this particular eclipse, full moon eclipse, is love and acceptance. Okay, and it says that love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. Okay, and that, ooh, yeah, because. Okay, so I'm starting to get some energy around, and for me, to Taurus, I'm getting a lot of energy around the heart. There's a needing to be clearing the heart, because there are some old issues around people letting you down and things not necessarily going how you want them to go, which has kind of stopped you from being able to appreciate working with others and relying on other people. And so in this time, you're being encouraged to release all of the old wounds around relationships that haven't always gone the way that you would like it to go, and leave space for hope and acceptance. Leave space for understanding. Love is understanding, and a lot of time we don't realize that when we love someone, when we have love, when we are engaged in love, we have all of these expectations, but the one thing that we fail to have sometimes is understanding, you know, that empathy. And so my Taurian brothers and sisters, you're being encouraged to open up your heart to love and acceptance. Know that love is yours, but also recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. All right, no, I haven't done Leo yet, and I definitely will be doing Scorpio for you, freak of nature. So this is to my Gemini brothers and sisters. What do you need to focus on, Gemini? Oh, okay. So for Gemini, it's the Master Buddha card, and what it says is increased awareness. So you're being encouraged at this time, Gemini, which is actually quite good, because Gemini, is the communicator, okay? But it's asking you to start looking at how you're communicating with yourself and asking you to trust your inner voice, okay? So for my Gemini brothers and sisters, you are being shown to align with your inner Buddha and go within and really look at how you're communicating yourself within, internally to yourself, and then how you're now going to express that into your reality. There's also something coming in around mastering your craft, okay? Gemini likes to learn, Gemini likes new information and likes to speak, but this is a time now for mastering your craft, doing those last refinery works, so that you can really stand on your square and be assured in this path that you're moving forward into. So for Gemini as well, it's about mastering your craft. Let me know if that resonates for you. Michelle said self-actualization. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. And that's also what's going on for a lot of us right now. Who are you? Step into that power and just be it. You know, it's that time. So to my Leo brothers and sisters, knock knock. All right. So Leo. Ooh. All right. So to my Leo brothers and sisters, you have Krishna. And this is about devotion. And for me, this is all about taking time for spiritual practice and trusting your inner voice. The spiritual practice is what allowed you to start deepening your connection to your soul, to your intuition, to your clairsentience, to your ability to feel, perceive, and receive. And so this card is saying to you to trust your spiritual guidance, and acknowledge that your commitment has been recognized and that you are loved unconditionally. So to my Leo brothers and sisters, this is all about you going within, doing your due diligence, trusting your spiritual guidance, spending some time in, meditation and in spiritual practice, and understanding that you are loved unconditionally. Mwah! Sending you much, much, much love to my Leo friends and family. It's your season too as well coming up. My son is a Leo, so I'm definitely all about the Leo energy. And Leo is Sekhmet, and she's definitely been helping me to stand in my power over the past couple of months. So yes, sending much love out to my Leo brothers and sisters. Alright, so if you're still tuned in with me, please send me some hearts as we go into Virgo. Virgo. My Virgonian brothers and sisters, what's happening for you? Oop, oop. Yes, that's Virgo. Take all of it. Virgo, what's happening for you? Okay, so for the Virgos, you have Archangel Michael, and he is encouraging you, or that energy is encouraging you to have trust in yourself, okay? Virgo can be one of the most critical signs of the zodiac, critical of other people and overly critical of themselves. And so you're being encouraged to just love on yourself a little bit more, to allow yourself to see the perfection in your imperfections, and you're being encouraged to surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Okay, it's not all the time that you're always going to be able to fix everything, Virgo. It's not all the time that you're always going to be able to have things controlled and going your way. Now is the time to surrender and know that you are safe and that your guides and ancestors are lovingly protecting you at this moment. So Virgo's definitely a time for surrender for you right now, and know that you are held. Know that you have everything that you need right now, and enjoy. Allow yourself to be imperfectly perfect. Yes, I'm definitely loving that as a mantra for the Virgonians. I am imperfectly perfect, and I love myself. I love that. To my Libran family, hello. Please, if we've got some Librans up in here, please show me some hearts. Greetings, Sister Redhead. Mixed Harmony Group says yes, and most of my placements are in Virgo. And yes, don't forget, if you know your rising sign and your moon sign, and it is in another sign of the zodiac, that information, this reading also applies to you as well. You can always go back and listen to the replay if you've missed it, or you can contact me personally, and I can give you a reading or some clarity. Whoops. Okay, so Libra. It was like Spirit was like, can you just shush and get on with it? So Libra, we have Holy Amethyst, and this is divine alchemy, moving beyond your current challenges and focusing on what you desire. And that sounds very, 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 very on point for me. Librans, we are being encouraged to focus on what it is that we want, because we can be focusing on everything else, the good, the bad, so much that we don't make a decision, and we spend a lot of our time comparing ourselves to others and really only act when it's the current trend. Libran brothers and sisters, we are being encouraged to move beyond our current challenges and obstacles within and without, and focus only on what we desire and not what we don't want. And also, we have to learn to focus on what we desire, not what everybody else desires, because sometimes that's not always in alignment, and we are definitely being encouraged to trust our own spirit at this time and learn to do what is specifically our soul's desire and calling. So Libran brothers and sisters, it's time for us to get off the fence and honor our soul. Ashe. Scorpio, and this is definitely going out to Freak of Nature, who is joining us. I'm so actually happy to have you in this space. I appreciate you. So to my other Scorpion brothers and sisters, if you've got a Scorpio in your chart anywhere, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, or Scorpio sun, then please, one set out for you. I'm going to do another one because my spirit is showing me to. Afro Macion says that she's a Libran too. So this is going out to my Scorpio family. So this is why you got two. The first one was the same card that we had before. I think it was for the Arians, and it's that divine healing card again. So my Scorpion brothers and sisters, honor your sensitivity. This is the time right now for you to start doing your own inner work and start tending to your own inner garden. It seems that you've been very busy being practical, laying down a solid foundation, but now it's time to do the inner work. I think I wrote, I read something. This is what I'm reading, something the other day about willow trees, and that willow trees, when they're above the ground, they look very, thin and wispy at first, but the network that they prepare underneath the ground is so robust. It connects onto other stronger branches. It goes deep into the earth, and it does all of that work before it reaches out of the ground and starts to grow as a tree. Okay, so the reason why that's come to mind, Scorpio, is because you are being encouraged to know that you've done enough of the groundwork, the external work. Now is the time to fortify within and do the healing work that's necessary to ensure that the inside of your tree is strong, that the inside of your tree is nourished, and that you are really still working from your soul's highest good, and still honoring yourself and your being. So the next card that's come out for you, Scorpio, is Transcendence. And that actually makes sense because Scorpio is very much about death, rebirth, and all of this kind of chaos at times. So, yes, you've got Lord Shiva. Yes, dear, affirm it again. You girl, you know. And so what this card is saying is that you're going through a transformation, and whatever challenges you're going through right now, you are going to overcome them. You must honor your inner force. You must honor your inner power. And I think that's why you need to go within, because something has come out of balance where maybe you've been given too much, or you've been focusing too much on the external and other people. You need to spend just a little bit of time with yourself. And sometimes that means just drawing your energy back just a little. It doesn't mean that you're disconnecting or detaching, but there's a need for you to just give yourself some self-nurturing now. Also, your soul has a message for you, and it's saying that it needs you to sit within so that you can listen. Okay, there's something that your soul's trying to tell you here, but there's so much going on that you're not really able to listen to it. And you're also being encouraged to be lighthearted and dance with the universe. Do not take life too seriously right now, my Scorpion brothers and sisters. Now is the time for the inner healing work to take place so that everything else can fall into place. And for you to really go inside, do the work that's necessary, honor your inner force, but don't forget to dance with the universe. Alright, I was loving that Scorpio reading there. So to my Scorpio brothers and sisters, I hope that helped you. Alright. Redhead says, yes ma'am, affirm it again. Ashe, 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 ashe. Alright, so we have Sagittarius now. To my Sagittarian brothers and sisters. Sagittarius. Let's send some more hearts there, family. Ooh, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius got the Mary Magdalene card, which I got at the beginning. The teacher awakens. And so it's telling you that you have something important to share. And knowing you, Sagittarius, you've probably been saying it to everybody else, but not really putting in the work to really ensure that your message comes out in the right way. You're being encouraged to follow your inner calling. What is it that your soul and your reality is calling you to do? Be persistent. Do not let anything stop you right now. But utilize this Capricorn energy to really plan for your success, my dear Sagittarian friend. But there's something that you need to start developing so that you can really start to stand in a position of power and authority. You have something that people want to that people need to receive, but you need to plan and really think about how you're going to do that right now. There is a teacher awakening you, and it might just be you sharing your experiences, but you really need to plan how you're going to do that. Okay? Again, this is for my Sagittarians, the Shekinah. So unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of your life. And I just see an image of somebody just taking off their clothes and just dancing and being their free self. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius. And Sagittarians usually are very expressive and very free as well. So that sounds right up their street. So next we have our Capricorn brothers and sisters. Ooh, Capricorn brothers and sisters. Ooh. And I'm going to choose another one for Capricorn, considering that we are in this full moon in Capricorn energy. So the first card that is this card is very, very Capricorny, is it not? It is Diana, and she has the bow and the arrow. Even though that's Sagittarius, that's showing you focused intention. And that's what this card is showing. It's showing you that at this time, Capricorn, you have to have focused intention. And that's exactly what Capricorn is about. It's about having that idea. It's about being able to plan and get things done. So it says, think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcomes, my Capricorn friends. Utilize this energy. This Capricorn energy is also very effective for Librans and Aries. So Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer, you are the signs that will feel the greatest effects and have the greatest potential for change if you utilize this energy of this moon. But for Capricorn, the next card that's come out is Melchizedek. So there is an opportunity for higher spiritual learning right now. Higher spiritual learning right now. And this is also like a consolidation of your experiences. It's like this eclipse energy is encouraging you to go over your experiences and look at your growth. Look at what you've really learned. Look at how far you've come. So then you know how to move forward on your success. I mean, for Capricorn, all of this energy is really driving you forward, but making sure that you have done the groundwork that's necessary, which is all Capricorn coming out in these cards. So I hope that that's resonated with you, my Capricorn brothers and sisters. To my Aquarians. To my Aquarian brothers and sisters, I'm going to reshuffle that. If you're still here, friends and family, please send me some hearts, send me some likes to let me know that you're still here and tuning in with me. The ancestors definitely are. My candle is jumping. Okay, so to my Aquarian family, the card that's fallen out again is the Master Buddha card. So you're being encouraged to sit with yourself, spend time in meditation and self-reflection, and to build on a deeper connection with yourself and trust your spirit. Thank you for those hearts. You know they give me life. So let's go for Aquarius again. Okay, love and peace. My Aquarian brothers and sisters, you are being encouraged to let go of the need to be right and choose peace. Okay, let go of the need to be right and choose peace. Mother healing is also possible at this time. And to my Pisces brothers and sisters, greetings. Rel says here and listening intently. Thank you to everyone. All right, so we're going to go for the Pisces next. The last one is Pisces. Oops. Pisces, forgiveness. Your focus at this time is on forgiveness. Who needs your forgiveness? Do you need to forgive yourself for something? Forgiveness is more always about yourself and never really about the other person. So who needs your forgiveness right now in order for you to move forward, Pisces? And Pisces is a water sign, so then you definitely are going to be feeling these effects of this moon. So who needs releasing from your heart? Who needs your forgiveness right now, Pisces? This is the right time to start thinking about that. You are on the path of light, love and forgiveness, and father healing is also possible at this time. So that was all of the readings for the zodiacs, and I'm thankful to each and every one of you that has joined in. If that resonated with you, please give some likes and some hearts. And I'm going to open the floor. It's now 11, so I'm going to open the floor for some personal readings till about 15:15. I will do that. So if you would like a personal reading, please put a question down below. If you want, you can ask what is it related to. So you can write general, you can write finance, you can write love, relationships. But yeah, if you want a question, if you want a card pulled, then please comment in the box below. Thank you. And if you enjoyed this gathering that we've had here, please also let me know in the box below. As long as I know that you're enjoying it, I will keep on doing it. If there's any topics that you want me to discuss, please do let me know. Just send a message. Chezo is asking for healing. Please just be clear. Are you asking for a healing or are you asking for a question around healing? Okay. Raul said Leo was very relevant to me. Oh, that's great. I hope you got something from that. I'm loving Leo energy right about now. How can I heal from trauma? Ches Bella says. Healing from trauma is a process, but in order for you to really go through it, in order for you to heal from it, you have to go through it. And how I assist my clients in healing from trauma is creating a safe space to allow people to go through those painful emotions that are hidden in their subconscious or in their experience, but to observe it from an observer's perspective. And my job is to nurture you whilst you're in that experience. To heal trauma, you have to go through it. You have to gain understanding of what took place. And be supported in reclaiming your power back from that situation. Trauma is there to teach you. Trauma teaches you, but you have to be willing to look beyond your experience. You have to be willing to look beyond your experience and be willing to do the work necessary to bring understanding to your situation. Every experience that we go through in life, our soul has chosen it on a soul level for us to experience it. It's just our conscious mind that has to work that out and has to feel the effects of it so that it can then transform that energy in order to gain the soul wisdom. So healing trauma is a multifaceted job, so to speak, or yes, it's multifaceted, but it's really about getting to the core of where that trauma came from and what it's there to teach you and helping you to claim your power back. I'm willing to have a free consultation with you and we can talk a little bit more about that, and I can help you. I can gain an understanding of what's going on with you and maybe share some tools and tips with you as well. Sending much love. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few of these cards. Shez Bella says healing, but I don't understand if that's your question. I'm just going to pull a card with regards to that. I think I'm going to go with the red ones. Alright, so affirmations wanted a card to do with career. Affirmations. Okay, so 3 cards have fallen out for you. The first card affirmation is joy and stability. And this is really going back to what I was saying before. Is the job that you're going for, or that the job that you're currently in, serving you on a soul level? Does it make your heart sing? Do you enjoy doing it? If not, it's supposed to be. The next card that's come up is the third eye card, and this is basically saying trust your intuition and be prepared to spend time visualizing what it is that you actually do want. There is a change taking place in your life right now, but there's a little bit of fear and unsurety about how to move forward. Okay, and then the next card that's come up for you is the find balance. You need to find the balance between your practical needs and why it is that you want a particular job. Balance your practical needs with your soul needs. You know, is it something that you enjoy? Is it something that makes you feel, great about getting up every day to do it? Whatever it is that you're going for in terms of your work or your business has to be balanced in those two areas. Has to be able to support you practically, but also needs to be something that your soul enjoys doing. So that is the framework in which you need to look at or address your issues around career. I hope that has worked, that is helpful for you. And as I said, most of us are being encouraged to really take the leap and go into jobs which actually serve our soul and things that we actually enjoy doing. The universe is kicking me off of Instagram. It says I have 22 seconds remaining, so I am going to shut this down for a moment. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that has joined in for these past 2 hours. I've really enjoyed engaging with you. I send you love of the highest vibration, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye.